Brittany, well, federal agents call it an epidemic, a mind-altering drug that's gaining popularity with Southland teenagers. And as CBS2 Stacey Butler reports, most parents have no way of knowing their kids are on it.
I did it because it was fun.
Expelled from school for smoking spice.
Didn't show up on drug tests, so it was easy to get away with at school.
17-year-old Cyrus Read had no idea his addiction to synthetic marijuana.
Every night before I go to bed, I'd be like, well, it's not a big deal. I might smoke a little bit.
Would come to an abrupt end in an emergency room not far from his Huntington Beach home.
He was incoherent and drooling.
That was 2 months ago.
I talked to other moms, they're like, spice? No, never heard of it.
His mom, Holly, would quickly learn the terrifying truth.
There's no test. There's no test for spice. I can test for PCP, I can test for heroin, I can test for marijuana, I can test for ecstasy, methamphetamines, but I can't test for this.
Spice, also known as potpourri or K2, is a compound made from a form of fertilizer from China mixed with lettuce leaves. But you can't buy it at the mall. Federal agents say it's far from an air freshener and sold for one reason. The chemicals in it mimic a marijuana high, only 5 times more powerful, temporarily producing agitation, confusion, hallucinations, vomiting, and in some cases, heart attacks and even a coma. The American Association of Poison Control Centers reports nationally 659 calls of exposure in just the first 3 months of this year. Teens, intent on passing drug tests, know right where to find it.
By the smoke shop, which was like right down the street.
Was she addicted to spice?
Yes, and she couldn't stop.
At this smoke shop around the corner from her Huntington Beach home.
She confessed and told me, and I went, whoa.
This mom, who asked us not to use her name to protect her teen daughter's identity, says her straight-A student bought her daily dose of potpourri, 3 grams, for just $10 a package.
You were drug testing her regularly, and she was passing.
Mm-hmm. Testing clean.
Clean. No evidence of an illegal controlled substance in her blood, even on the day her mom rushed her to the ER.
She couldn't move for 3 hours. She was semi-paralyzed and vomiting and throwing up and, hallucinations and paranoia.
Doctors didn't find evidence of an illegal substance because in dozens of states, including California, spice or potpourri is legal.
I was just livid. And if you think that, oh, not my kid, it can happen to any family, any place, anytime.
Every corner store you go into, you can find it. These drugs are so unregulated and so untested, you have no idea what's in them.
Homeland Security agent Rob Ghosh says the Southland is at the center of the crisis. Orange County is one of the largest manufacturers and exporters of spice in the nation.
We are literally up against a new epidemic, and we are so far behind the curve at this point. It's very difficult for us to catch up.
Agents are now tracking active warehouses in cities from San Juan Capistrano to Newport Beach to Anaheim. This former manufacturer says those who make it know the feds are watching.
They're nervous. Everybody's nervous. They know that, one day somebody will come raid the warehouse.
In the last year in Orange County alone, agents seized more than $50 million of product.
We could probably every single day seize $1 million, $10 million worth of product, but we absolutely have run out of space.
But so far, no arrests have been made in California.
It's just unbelievable how difficult it is for us.
Here's the problem. Every time the DEA labels a chemical compound in spice an illegal controlled substance, those who make the fertilizer-like compound in China replace it with another chemical component, equally as harmful and, as of now, perfectly legal. The only way the feds can crack down on it is to prove intent.
We have to go one more step to prove that they sold this and that the person that bought it with the intent of consuming this product.
But with a name like potpourri and a shiny label that warns not for human consumption, federal agents are fighting a losing battle as Orange County manufacturers make millions of dollars a month.
We found lots of money being funneled to various countries in the Middle East, Pakistan and Syria and Iraq.
Agents fear the money may be used to fund those who want to harm the people in our country. But these Orange County moms say if that's their goal, they've already succeeded.
They call it a designer drug. I call it just pure evil.